Hello and welcome to Darlington. Um, yeah, we have the new package and it is not gonna be good because of how tight this track is, but we're gonna be using it anyway. So, oh boy, but yeah, we've got the let's hope this doesn't end the video. I gotta tab out and back in. All right, yeah. Kurt Busch is on pole with Ricky Rudd starting second this week, but yeah, it is the I believe, 5th or 6th race of the season. And this package for mile and a halves and 2 mile tracks is not gonna be pretty, I'll tell you that. So if you like carnage, this is the race for you. But here we come off the turn 4. The green flag is about to fly, and there it is. Green flag is out here at Darlington. We're racing. Heading down into turn 1. Kurt Busch moves out ahead, but here comes Bill Elliott now to his inside. Chris Mack back there. Oh, contact already. There goes Rusty Wallace around. And the caution immediately comes out here with a wreck on the backstretch with Rusty Wallace. And they are still wrecking, trying to drive away from it here. They got all bunched up, and Ken Schrader gets into the wall. Bill Elliott's going to lead lap 1. And boy, oh boy, this is going to be one of them races. Oh no. Well, let's go on ahead and skip to the drop of the green flag. There it is. We're not going to get too much green flag racing here today, are we? But our leader, Chris Mack, stayed out under this last caution as the rest of the field in front of him pitted. And now he's going to try to drive away as he gets down into turn 3. He struggles here in turn 3 because it's so much different than turns 1 and 2. So that's going to be the spot where he loses his ground. But he absolutely soars through 1 and 2. Look at him go. Heading down into turn 1 now. Flying through turn 1 here. Oh, Bobby Labonte into the outside wall. Further back, we got him all over the place back here. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! There goes Ward Burton into the wall hard, collecting Boris Said, and the caution comes out once again. Big wreck happening here. Jason Hedelsky involved. And he slid into that very late. The 90 of Hedelsky is all torn up once again. Got up into the fence last week in Atlanta, or 2 weeks ago, I should say. We took a week off for Easter. Now he's involved in another one here. Let's see what happened to him. He got into the 10 and then got into the 45, and that tore him up. He's got roof damage once again. That's how hard of a hit that was. Take another look at this here. The 22 of Ward Burton, the 6 of Mark Martin, who won in Atlanta. Side by side, no room into the corner, nowhere for Boris Said to go, and then nowhere for half of these guys to go, and they're just stacking them up, piling in here. And that's going to take out a bunch of cars once again. But the caution has come back out, and Chris Mack, I believe, is going to pit this time by. Yes, he is. So, the lead of the race has been handed over to Jeff Gordon. The entire field pitted once again, so looks like the tires die much quicker with this package. You can only really get one good lap in, so we're probably going to have pit stops every caution, which is possible due to NR 2003 being NR 2003, and there's no limit to the amount of sets of tires you can have. But the green flag ready to fly once again. Jeff Gordon in the lead, and the green flag is back out. Sorry. Chris Mack peeking to the inside of that 24 car. Now we're going to try to look to the outside here. And there he goes. Just squeezing by on the high side there. Chris Mack passes his all-time favorite NASCAR driver, and takes the lead away from him here in the MG Cup Series, but not for long. Almost got into the outside wall in turns 3 and 4 there. Now they're side by side off of turn 4. That 86 sliding around. He's all over the place out here. Side by side once again. He's going to let him go this time by in a turn 1. But he's going to get that really good drive off. Back down to the inside now. Side by side once again. Ryan Newman into the outside wall. Excuse me. Oh, and the 86 up into the outside wall now. That's what I've been saying. He struggled in turn 3, and that time got in a little too deep and hit that outside wall. He's going to lose all those positions now. Poor Chris Mack cannot get a good race going here this year. Ran pretty well at Atlanta a couple weeks ago. Oh my goodness, John Andretti, what a save. The 15 of Michael Waltrip on his back bumper after that horrible crash with his teammate Steve Park last week. And the 86 is up into the outside wall again. He's falling even further back. He held up Ryan Newman and a couple of poor guys back here. And that's going to bunch everybody back up. You see the one of Darrell Waltrip on pit road. DW replacing that. He's driving that one, replacing Steve Park after he suffered some injuries in that crash in Atlanta. And we got almost trouble as Hermie Sadler bounces off the outside wall. I'm not sure how he saved that. But we're keeping it green for now. This is the longest green flag run we'll probably see all this race. As Jeff Gordon has fallen back a little bit here. Looks like he pitted and has fallen laps down. Dave Blaney up into the top 5. But this race is being controlled by Rouse Racing Cars. Oh, Jeff Gordon's he was in 3rd, now he's in 4th. But Fords 1, 2, 3 here at Darlington. Jeff Burton leading over his teammate Mark Martin. He's got a huge run off of turn 2, and now he's going to look to the inside of his teammate for the lead now. Here they come down the backstretch. Mark Martin looking to the inside still. Can he get there? Oh, man. That 99 got up to the outside wall. Oh, and 99 got up into it again there, but now the field getting held up by Ward Burton. They don't know where to go. Now down to the inside goes Mark Martin. He's going to get past Dave Blaney and everybody on the high side getting held up here. They're going to go almost 3 wide into turn 3. And as I said, this is really like a 1.5 groove track. So this is not going to end well here if they go 3 wide constantly. And the caution is out for some reason here. We're going to go back and see why. Alright, let's see. Let's take a look. Oh boy, what happened here? Oh no. Something happened to Forrest Said. 68 of Forrest Said spun out of pit road or something. No, he blew up. He had some sort of an engine issue here. Oh, he got up into the outside wall a little too hard. No! The engine blew or something. That car started smoking. He tried to hobble down to the bottom here. He limps around the track, gets it out of the way. And then someone's coming out of that's the 11 of Brett Bodine coming out of pit road here. And that 67 is about stopped on the track there. Yeah, there goes the engine completely. He comes to a stop. The 11, oh, nothing he could do. He was already as high up as he could be. He tried to slow down and probably tried to slow down and get underneath him there, but it was just too late. Plus all the oil leaking on the track, that was going to bring out a caution anyway, but tough break for him, for both of those guys there. So the caution comes out again. We are going to skip back to the drop of the green once again. Green flag is back out as Chris Mack and a couple of lappers, or cars that are close to being lapped, are starting out ahead. As that 86 gets out in front of Jack Sprague, and Sprague is probably going to get lapped here soon. Yeah, he's most likely going to hold up the field as well. But Bill Elliott in the lead as Mark Martin, who led the race, coming back to the green. He's up into the wall. He's falling way back here. Now side by side. Oh man, side by side. I just realized I actually have the wrong sound pack in, so we're gonna ignore that. But the game isn't too loud anyway, so you probably won't be able to hear it that well. I'll turn the volume up a little bit. I'm just struggling to get the right balance of my voice and the game volume. They're 3 wide. That's not going to end well. It somehow did. Darrell Waltrip coming up into the mix. Chris Mack being run down by the field now, trying to stay on the lead lap here. But look at the right side of that car. He's gotten much more than just a Darlington stripe here today. He goes roaring through 1 and 2. Absolutely ripping it through turns 1 and 2, but just doesn't get a good run through 3 and 4 there. So, yeah, they're going to get him this time by. Kurt Busch puts him a lap down. And that's possibly going to end that 86's day. But as long as they stay out here, they can get a few more positions off of this. 86 up into the outside wall once again. That Papyrus Racing team has been struggling ever since they lost Fred Jones, and into the wall goes Dale Jarrett in the 88. Look out, look out. Just gets clipped by Dale Jr. I believe that's who it was. I saw a red car clip him. I don't believe they got too much damage off of that. But the caution is going to come back out. And we saw it there. No need for a replay. Just 3 wide. Didn't work. Gonna go ahead and skip to the next green flag. Lots of commercial time here today. And the green flag is back out here in Darlington. We're racing once again, heading down into turn 1. Michael Waltrip in the lead at the moment with Kurt Busch on his back bumper. Literally looked to the inside there, could not get there. Gonna have to slide back in line here. Now back down to the inside. Once again in the turns 3 and 4. Might make it work this time. No, yes, maybe. He's to his inside, but just didn't quite lead that lap there or take it from him. But he's gonna take it here. Mike Waltrip had to let way off to avoid hitting the wall. Really can't be side by side at this track, especially with this new package. Maybe if we add a little bit more grip to the track, it might be possible, but just at the moment, it just isn't. Into the outside wall again goes Mikey. He's falling back. Kurt Busch out ahead of the rest of the pack here, and I believe I just heard a car spin. No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, but we might see one right here as Mark Martin beating and banging towards the back or middle of the. Actually, he's up in the top 10, so I shouldn't say middle of the pack, but he's not up to where he once was in this race, and that was looking for the lead. Oh boy, here comes DW to the inside. Darrell Waltrip in the 1. Goes by both, if not all of them. Now looking at John Andretti. But here comes Elliott Sattler behind him. He gets a better entry. Sattler has to fall back. Greg Biffle up into the outside wall. Jimmy Johnson leading the race now. Very interesting right there. We're going to go to break here, and we'll come back with more action in the MG Cup Series here on Fox. And the caution actually came out right as we went to break there, so we're going to go back and take a look at what happened here. Show you guys what went down. The 86 of Chris Mack, I believe, was involved in a wreck. Yes, he was. Let's take a look at what went down. Oh no, this is after the caution. So he gets a run, a bump to the back of the 88 of Dale Jarrett, and he doesn't appreciate that. He turns him. Oh man, into the wall. I think that was payback for what happened earlier, and turns him again. So that wasn't enough there. Looks like that was payback for what happened earlier in the race with that little lap car incident taking Dale Jarrett out. And that was the payback there. So very interesting situation here. We're gonna have to keep an eye on those two. But the green flag is back out. We're racing once again here in Darlington. Not gonna lie, for Darlington, this package sucks, but it's still somewhat entertaining, I guess. So it works. It just doesn't work at the same time. Jimmy Johnson up into the outside wall. There comes Ryan Newman looking for the lead on the inside of Jeff Burton. They're side by side for the lead off of turn 2. Burton up into the outside wall now. Michael Walter back into the mix. Jeff Gordon into the picture as well once again. Kurt Busch, the pole sitter, is coming up here. Look at John Andretti up there as well. Jimmy Johnson into the outside wall again. Jeff Burton to the inside, trying to take the lead back from Ryan Newman. Burton and Newman side by side here off of turn 2. Ryan Newman gets to the outside wall. Now here comes Michael Walter up. Mikey gonna send it into 3 and look for that position. Now he kind of backed it off a little bit there. Gonna try to get the run out of the corner instead. And he does have a really good run. I believe the caution might be out. Yeah, the caution is out once again here. So we're going to take another look, or take a look at what might have just happened. And oh no, it was Dale Jarrett once again. Let's take a look. Down the back stretch, and the 86. That's payback 100%. Oh, and nowhere for Kerry Earnhardt. Oh, nowhere for Kyle Petty. Nowhere for a lot of these guys to go. MG Cup Series officials are telling these two to stop it right now, or they will both be parked. But they will both also have to report to the hauler after this race. Man, I think that 88 might be out of the race anyway. Look at all the damage. Alright, well, that's interesting. We're going to go to break once again and come back with more green flag action. And the green flag is back out here in Darlington, and we're racing once again. And what has been a chaotic race so far, more chaotic and crazy than last week's race, or a couple weeks ago in Atlanta. And the caution is out once again. Here in Darlington, and oh my goodness, just ran out of room there. But the one of what usually is Steve Park, but it's actually Darrell Waltrip here today. Got turned sideways a little bit right there. We're going to take a quick look at what brought out the caution once again here. And it was the 0 of Jack Sprague. 3 wide at a 1.5 groove track. Does not work, and around he goes into the inside wall. Tearing at the left side of that car, but hey, it ain't too bad. He's going to keep it going and try to gain a few positions back by the end of this race, which is highly likely considering how this race has gone so far. But we're going to skip to the green, and here it is. Kyle Petty and John Andretti having issues. Bill Elliott out in front with Rusty Wallace, who dominated Rockingham but didn't get the victory. Right behind him, and the caution comes out once again. Now we're going to watch the race back to the line between Elliott and Wallace here. Bill got up into the outside wall. Rusty clears him heading into 3, but Bill had to back way off that time to avoid slapping the wall again, and he just might slap the wall here. Came very close. Rusty Wallace is going to be the leader. Now what happened here? What brought out this latest caution? I believe something happened up here. Oh, yeah, there's smoke on the front stretch. What happened here? The 49 of Ken Schrader has found the inside wall. And once again, just 3 wide off the corner. 3 wide in general here in Darlington just does not work. And bang! Into the inside wall. And Schrader's day, most likely, is done. He'll be able to keep racing, but he just won't really have much gain up there, especially with engine damage. But going back to commercial break, I am just ready to get this race over with, and we'll be back with the drop of the green flag once again. And the green flag is back out. The race, oh boy, that was tight! And into the wall hard is Joe Nemechek. A big wreck gonna happen here. I thought they just survived, but I guess not. Chris Mack involved. Kyle Petty in as well. Let's take a look at what happened here. Oh boy. Joe Nemechek nosed it into the outside wall pretty hard there, as they were 3 wide to avoid the slower lapped car of Ward Burton, who is all torn up, and then into the wall hard is Joe Nemechek, and there's nowhere for everyone else to go. Watch this. I mean, there's Dave Blaney, Matt Kenseth, Jimmy Spencer involved in it as well. Jeff Green was the car that turned him into the wall. Kyle Petty, Chris Mack, Ken Schrader involved in another one here. Kevin Harvick's all torn up. Just really unfortunate circumstances. Really unfortunate circumstances here on the restart. But we're back under caution once again, because this race has been a WRECKFEST. Green flag is back out. We're racing once again here in Darlington. Kurt Busch back out in the lead, but Tony Stewart is in second. Wonder if he has anything to say about all of this. And look who's behind Stewart. That's the 2 of Rusty Wallace. You know how all these are connected? Once Rusty Wallace retired in 2005, Kurt Busch went over to drive the 2, and then him and Tony Stewart had a little wreck at Daytona, and a bunch of years later, Stewart hires Kurt on Stewart-Haas Racing. So that's pretty interesting there. Pretty interesting top 3. The caution's back out, though. What happened here? I believe it was the 17 of Matt Kenseth involved in an incident, and yes, it was. So let's take a look. Oh no, that's the teammate. So teammates made contact here. The Roush Racing teammates, Greg Biffle and Matt Kenseth, contact off of turn 2, sending Kenseth around. Kenseth was already destroyed at that point, so I don't even think that hurt his car any much more than it already was. Unless he didn't hit the wall too hard. So that's gonna be an interesting team meeting on Monday, but we're gonna go to commercial break once again and be back to drop the green. Welcome back to coverage of the 2003 season of the MG Cup Series. This is, I don't even know, I lost count of what race this is, but this is one of the races. So yeah. Heading down the backstretch once again. Kurt Busch falling back here. But look at the 31 of Robbie Gordon. He's up into the top 3 now. Looking at second. And he's got heavy right side damage to the front of that car, so we know he's found the wall a bit. And the caution is out once again. Oh boy, what could it be this time? Is it Dave Blaney in pit road? Yes, it was Dave Blaney. What happened here? Oh, 3 wide once again, and oh, hard hit for that 77 into the inside wall with the driver's side door. That's a really hard hit. I hope he's alright, but I mean, he got out, so he seems to be fine. He's holding his wrist, might be a sprained wrist. Hopefully, that's what it is at the least, but he seems to be fine for the most part. He's shaking it off. So, nothing too major here. Should be back by the next race. Anyway, I'm going to skip to the green once again. We're getting pretty close to the end now. Coming at 10 to go. And just a couple of laps. Tony Stewart still leading this thing here in Darlington. Rusty Wallace right behind him. And Robbie Gordon into the mix in that 31. Side by side now for the lead as Rusty Wallace takes a peek to the inside. Here comes Kurt Busch on the inside of Robbie Gordon behind them as well. Down the backstretch, or front stretch, and in the turns 1 and 2, Kurt Busch flying past Tony Stewart, who almost got up into the outside wall. Now looking to the inside of Rusty Wallace. Might get a 2-for-1 here. Rusty up into the outside wall. Kurt Busch does the 2-for-1 and gets up to the lead, but now he has to hold it. No, it makes a mistake in 3 and 4. Ran a little bit too wide, and now here comes Rusty Wallace, and the caution is back out once again. Oh boy, I wonder what for. The 86 of Chris Mack out of the race. Let's see what happened here. Oh, contact with Ken Schrader. They both get sideways. Schrader saves it. Mack doesn't. And a big hit there from... Oh, and another one. 2 big hits. One from Matt Kenseth. And another from Kyle Petty, who had nowhere to go. Let's go on board with Kyle. Oh, man. That was a loud impact as well there. Yeah, his car is killed. He ain't finishing this race. It looked like he would, but his DNF streak continues here today. Green flag is back out. Luckily, I won't have to do any more pace lap skipping here I doubt we'll have any more wrecks after this anyway, so it shouldn't really make too big of a difference. Actually, I shouldn't say that. We might. Still got 10 laps for wrecks to happen. I just don't remember. Just from what I remember, I don't think there was any wrecks that happened after this point. So, Kurt Busch leading with 9 laps to go here in Darlington. Now looking at 3 wide off of turn 2. Jimmie Johnson peeked his nose in there. Kurt Busch up into the outside wall. Rusty Wallace goes by with a push from Jimmie. Now Jimmie Johnson in that 48. Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet. Well, I was about to say Toyota. Chevrolet. Chevy Monte Carlo up in the second. And now here's Jeff Gordon back there behind them in third. Side by side now for the lead. Jimmy Jam looking to win a race. Oh, up into the outside wall is Rusty. Jimmie Johnson looking to win a race here this season at Darlington. That will be interesting. And now he's pulling away, but here comes Jeff Gordon up in the second. The all-time greatest driver in NASCAR. Don't at me on that. Up in the second. And now gonna hunt down Jimmie Johnson, who he hand-picked to drive that Hendrick Motorsports 48. We see smoke on the backstretch. Is the caution out? No, it isn't. But there was an incident on the backstretch that I will like to take a look at. Was it the 22 of Ward Burton? It's always very slow. No, it wasn't. It was... Who was it here? Who done it? Oh, no! It's Robbie Gordon! 3 wide. He was in the top 10. 3 wide off the corner once again, and around he goes. But this time he stays towards the inside wall, and they say, no caution. No need for a caution here. And he's going to get it rolling once again. Green flag is still out. But Jeff Gordon, he has caught that 48 of Jimmie Johnson, and now looking to the inside. Trying to take the lead from him here. Can he get him off of turn 2? He probably will. No, Jimmie kept it off the wall. He's putting up a pretty good fight here. As they head into turn 3 now, once again. Jimmie has to back off to avoid slapping the outside wall once again, but that's going to hand the position over, or hand the lead over to Jeff Gordon. Now here comes Jeremy Mayfield. Jeremy Mayfield flies by Jimmie Johnson. He's up in the second now. Rusty Wallace back there as well. John Andretti is back there as well. Lots of people taking a looking to take this race away from Jeff Gordon. I'm sorry for all the errors I'm making with my mouth. For some reason, my brain just doesn't want to work today. But, yeah, we're still green somehow. That's surprising. Hopefully we can end this thing on the green. But now they're side by side for second. Jeremy Mayfield up into the outside wall. Now here comes Rusty Wallace in the 2 behind them. John Andretti in the 43 to the inside of Mayfield. Tony Stewart behind them as well. Oh boy, that was close. Lap traffic getting in the way once again here. I don't know how I'm changing the cameras, but I guess I'm smart enough to do that. John Andretti up in the second, gonna try to chase down Jeff Gordon here. What an upset that would be. John Andretti in the 43 for Petty Enterprises, looking to win this race, but Tony Stewart has something to say about that. He gets to his inside. Andretti slaps the outside wall, and now Tony Stewart's back up in a second. He's got Rusty Wallace right on his tail, though. Can he run down Jeff Gordon? Jeff Gordon, all he has to do is hold on for one more lap. The white flag is out. One more time around here in Darlington. Jeff Gordon through 1 and 2. very cleanly as they're side by side for second behind him. That's what he wants to see. John Andretti, Tony Stewart both slapping the wall. Off of turn, or into turn 3, and now off of turn 4. Jeff Gordon off of turn 4 is gonna win here in Darlington. Jeff Gordon gets it done. How about that? Jeff Gordon picks up the win as he survives this absolute mayhem here in Darlington to win it. And now he's gonna be able to celebrate, and he's gonna head straight to victory lane here. Great job, Jeff Gordon. That is gonna do it. I'm sorry for kind of rushing through this one. I just knew it was gonna be horrible. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe. I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, peace.